Good morning, students. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, be ready for the prayer. Join your hands. Dear Almighty Lord, yes, I have my problems. My life is far from the perfect. You are not done with me yet. Still, I'm your servant. So send me where you need me to represent the body. Let me bring your good news in the Holy Spirit to the people that hunger for your mercy, for your love. Let me give my money, my time, my talent, my heart until it hurts. In this way, I imitate my master, giving of myself until it hurts. If it's not yet time, then get me ready. Prepare me, form me, and when the time comes, fill me with your spirit. Clear away the obstacles and let me move forward in the obedience and in love. Serving you and my neighbor gives meaning to my life. May it all honor and glorify you, O merciful, loving Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless you all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So, bacha, we have completed. We were discussing all those the classifications of the international trade in detail. So, we have covered the trade export and export trade, import trade, export trade, and now we have to come to the main topic, next topic, that is the entreport trade. Okay. As per the classification, we know the trade, import trade that deals with the inflow of goods in a country. When one home country gonna buy goods from the foreign country, that is called the import trade. And export trade, we know that when the home country gonna sell the goods to the foreign country, or that is the outflow of the goods from a country, that is known as a export trade. Now we have to come to the entreport trade, as many times goods are imported for the purpose of re-export and for some processing operation, that is called the entreport. Mean one country that will be import from another country, and that goods to be exported to the one another country. Okay. Like here, let's have a detailed study of this. So this is the entreport trade. As per the meaning, we have cleared that when goods gonna be imported from one country to re-export to the another country. So its meaning is here, if goods are imported from one country with the purpose of re-exporting to another country, it is called as entrepot trade. Now on this entrepot trade, there is no import duties charged, no duties imposed on those goods. The import centers are entrepot trades are London, Hong Kong, Amsterdam and the Singapore. Means these are the entrepot trade zones. Means these are centers. Means when India or another country wants to trade or want to um, trade from that country, is to be treated as a re-export centers where the goods are to be re-dispatched or re-exported to another country. As per we talk about its features, simply there is no duty imposed on such goods. Those goods are to be purchased for the re-exporting to the another country, although these goods are processed and repacked for the re-export, because these goods are sent just to re-export purpose, and such goods are kept in the bonded warehouse till they are re-exported. And the goods which are imported, that is not to be used by the country, it is to be kept in the warehouses for the purpose of re-exporting to the another country. This is something about the entreport trade. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear, Bachchan? Okay. Now, last topic of this international trade we have, and with this, your syllabus will be completed, right? So it's a WTO. Now, what is WTO? Can you tell me what is WTO? Anyone else? It is World Trade Organization. Yes, bacha. WTO means it is a World Trade Organization. Do you know what is it? What's function of this World Trade Organization? Anyone else? Can you give me one function? Yes, bacha. Yes, Hanin Lavanya, Trisha, Radhika. What's the purpose of this World Trade Organization? Why it is established? बोलो बच्चा. No idea? Okay, Sukni is writing international trade between countries. Can you give me its purpose of this WTO?
The
No.
main function to ensure the flow of trade, smooth flow of trade.
Exactly. Means for the smooth flow of trade, there should be a peace maintained. There will be no conflicts, no disputes arises. Its main purpose is that. So let's come upon the definition. So introducing this WTO. So according to the World Trade Organization, they explain itself as the World Trade Organization. It's the only international organization dealing in the global rules of trade between the nations. And its main function is to ensure that trade flows as smoothly, predictably, and freely as possible, so that there may be no break of the peace, there may be no conflicts, or there will be no such delays to be there. So it's gonna be helpful for the smooth and the freely flow of the goods from within the with the nations. Okay. Now next we have, uh, if we talk about the functions, what kinds of function, as even this WTO, it was established, it was came into existence in January 1995. So that means there are over 150 countries who's going to be member of this WTO. Okay. It is this WTO, it is directed by ministerial conference. Okay. And they meet at least once every 2 years for discussing such the overall business between the nations. Okay. So next we have what are the objectives of setting this World Trade Organization. So here we have the main objectives. So this World Trade Organization, its main objective is to reduce international trade barriers with the member countries. Means those are the member of the World Trade Organization. Those are the members of the World Trade Organization. Those gonna import and exports taken place between the organization, between the member organization, there is to be no trade barriers occurs. I mean, they have to remove all such trade barriers. Those are those comes between the countries for trading. So next we have the objective of this WTO is to achieve global economic development through optimum utilization of world resources. Means all those resources available in the world, that is to be used in a best possible way, so that they're gonna be globally economic development rises. Mean, and how they're gonna be global economic development when all the resources which are available in the world, that is to be used in an optimum way, in a best possible way. Another objective of this WTO is increase market share of developing countries through assistance in their development efforts. So this WTO, its aim is to develop all those the country which are the developing one, as India is a developing country. Okay, so its main purpose, its main objective is to increase the market share of the developing country. Next is follow a non-discriminatory policy for all the countries. And the last we have that it acts as a dispute settled machinery. So these are the such objectives of the WTO. Okay, is it clear? Yes, बच्चा. बोलो बच्चा. Is it clear, बच्चा? Okay. ठीक है, got this. Okay. So next we have what are the functions of this WTO? What are the functions of the World Trade Organization? So World Trade Organization, as I in the meaning also we have told that it helpful for running the smooth functioning of the trade. So its main functions are that administrating WTO trade agreement, mean they have to administrate all those trade agreement between the countries, between the member countries. Also, it acts as a forum for trade negotiations. Forum means a place where negotiations are done or discussions are done, where the decisions are to be taken by the where between the countries, and it is a place where exchange decisions are settled. Next is handling trade dispute. Although if dispute or some contradiction occurs between the country, so its World Trade Organization plays a role to handle all those dispute occurs within the countries for the trade purpose. Next is reviewing national trade policies. Another function of WTO is to review all those the national trade policy between the membered countries. And the next function of the World Trade Organization is assisting developing countries in trade policy issues through technical assistance and training programs. Mean they have to assist as a developing countries to resolve or such policy issues by providing them some technical assistance and providing them some training, so that they may not face or they may not have some trade policy issues within the nations. Next function of the World Trade Organization is monitoring national trade policy. Although the national trade policy, the national buying and selling policy, it is to be monitored by the World Trade Organizations. And the last function of the World Trade Organization is to cooperate with other international organizations. So these World Trade Organization, it has to cooperate with other international organizations for achieving greater coherence and and so that they're going to be globally globally economic development raises our economic development to be there within the with the membered countries. Okay, so this is the list of the main functions of the WTO. Now let's come upon the benefits. With the meaning also, benefits comes that it is helpful for maintaining the peace, for having the smooth functions. So here we have listed the main benefits of the WTO organization. So its main function, first, that this WTO, it is helpful. It is a means, it helps for promoting the peace, or we can simply say the system helps promote peace. Means as it helps to solve the disputes between the countries, it helps for smooth running. So automatically, it is a system that's going to be helpful for promoting the peace between the nations, so that the trade conducted between the countries that gonna be run smoothly without any barrier, without any delay. Okay. Next benefit of the WTO is that disputes are handled constructively. Means although disputes are occurred, some contradiction occurs between the nations, this WTO, it helps to handle all those disputes occurred in the country. Next is rules make life easier for all. As WTO, it makes rule for trading, for carry the trade between the nations. So it's helpful for making the as the trade gonna be takes place well, means with smoothly without having delay. So it will be easy. It will make the life easy for all those nations which are the member countries. Okay. Next is the it provides more choice of product and qualities. As there are many countries those are trading, means the trade is conducting between them. So it provides a variety of choice for the countries, a variety of quality of product and variety of the products, so that they can choice as per their requirement. Next is the trade raises income. So as more trade gonna be placed between these, I mean, there is more important export goods to be in the member countries. So it will helpful to increase the or to raise the income. Next is the trade stimulus economic growth. Although when income gonna be increased, it will be helpful to increase in the economic growth of the nations. Next benefit of this WTO is the basic principle that makes life more efficient. Means this World Trade Organization, its main principle is for making more efficient, means for the traders. Because when the goods are to be traded without any barrier, without any delay, they're gonna be resolved disputes are there, then it is to be make the life more efficient of the traders. Traders' life gonna be more efficient. Next benefit of the World Trade Organization is governments are because there is no such pressure on the government groups, because or on the domestic one, mean on the nation, particular for we are talking about the nationwide. So so means they're gonna be last we have the benefit of World Trade Organization is the system encourages accountable governance. Okay, so it will also encourage the accountable governance. As we know, in nutshell, we can simply say that this World Trade Organization, it is beneficial. It is. is just to resolve the dispute, just to make the rules for making for trade between the nations, and just to raise the income and economic development of the world. Here world gonna be economically developed. Here all those resources globally, resources are to be used in a best possible way. So these are the benefits of the World Trade Organization as it is playing in the world. Now we have the agreements. Now what are the agreements of the World Trade Organization? So here we have agreements. So if we talk about the World Trade Agreements, it means, yeah, it means World Trade it covers that, it covers goods, services, and intellectual property, and it clarify about the principle of liberalization and the permittance allowance, and also to lower the custom tariffs and other trade barriers, also to open and keep open service markets. Procedures are settling disagreements, and it suggests some treatment for the developing countries. Now here we have the trade agreements. First we have GATT, means General Agreement on Tariff Trade. General Agreement on the Tariff Trade, as it was signed in 1947. This Journal Agreement on Tariff and Trade, it was signed in 1947 and was designed to provide an international opportunity, also to encourage free trade between the member states, to regulate and reduce tariffs on the traded goods, and to provide a common mechanism for resolving the trade arguments. So it's this GATT's main objective is to reduction of barriers to international trade. This was achieved through reduction of tariff barriers, quantitative restriction, and subsidies on the trade through the series of agreements. This is the GATT. Now we have GATT, means Journal Agreement on Trade in Service. So the most development friendly of this WTO agreement, because of its flexibility. So what is the objective of GATT is to expansion of services trade and transparency of rules and regulations to be there. Also, its main objective is to increase participation of developing countries. There should be a progressive liberalization through successive rounds of the negotiations. Although this gets it covers the sectoral coverage, means they're gonna be business services, communication, construction, distribution, education. All these two are the sectoral coverage of the GATT. Now we have TRIPS, means trade related aspects of intellectual property rights agreement, as it was negotiated at the end of the round of the journal agreement, that is in GATT in 1994, and this agreement concerned about the research, design, science, and other fields along with the industrial sector. So the main objective of these TRIPS is to protection and enforcement of the intellectual property, means to promote the technological innovation, to transfer the dissemination technology, and to resolve the disputes in the trade related issues. Next agreement of this World Trade Organization is the TRIMS, that is Agreement on Trade Related Investment Measures. So this refers to the certain restrictions that are imposed but government in respect of foreign investment. Okay? So it provides that no contracting party shall apply any trim which is inconsistent with the World Trade Organization. Next agreement of World Trade Organization is the AOA, that is Agreement on Agriculture. as a part of final act of the arguing round, implication differ to country, because this agreement on trade, it is differ from country to country, as it contains three broad areas of agriculture, that is market access, domestic support and export support. Next agreement is the TBT. Now it is agreement on trade barriers to trade, that this TBT allows members to apply standards, technical regulations, conformity assistance, conformity assessments, procedures for protection of human safety for the health. For example, seat belts, labeling, cigarette labeling, sockets, protection of animals and plant life for health, protection of the environment, okay? Level of vehicle emission, all these are the agreements on the TBT. Also, it is helpful for labeling size, mean quality is to be mentioned. Okay. Last, we have SPS, that is sanitary and phyto sanitary agreement. It is SPS means that all the countries, those having the rights to take sanitary for this, so there's gonna be measures to be protection for human life and the animals and the plant life and health. So the right to protect human element and life plant are the health of the human, that is to be agreement of the SPS, and it gonna be avoid unnecessary barriers between the trade. So its economic influence is that they're gonna be free trade can be done with the countries which has no economic sanctions and can want to be free agreements. So tariff and trades can be controlled as per the country's economic situations. Okay? So these are the main agreements that are of the World Trade Organization. So while this, your chapter, your whole your syllabus is completed. Is it clear, bacha? Is it clear?
Excuse me, ma'am. TRIPS repeat कर दो.
TRIPS, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, the TRIPS agreement, it is concerned with the research, design and science purpose, means for growing the industrial sector, as it is also agreement that is signed in 1994. Main purpose of this TRIPS is to protect and enforce the intellectual property, means to promote the technological information and to resolve the dispute in trade related issues. So this is the main purpose of this, means it has to be concerned about main research, design and science field purpose for the growing industrial sector. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else? Anything else, bacha?
No, ma'am.
Lavanya, you are here. I think there is Saiba is not here. Even I have given her duty to make a list of topics for where you have some difficulty. So I'll start revising those topics as your syllabus is completed, right? So Lavanya, you
Yes,
also
ma'am.
do, and you also consult to this girl Saiba and make the list and send me today in the evening. Send me that list. Okay? So
Yes,
from
ma'am,
Monday,
I'll do.
we'll carry out your all those topics one by one, and all the doubts gonna be clear. So with this, your whole syllabus is completed. Okay? So we will start revising all those topics where you find some kind of difficulty. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Is it anyone else wants to ask something? Yes, Bacha. If you want to ask something, you can ask. No? All clear? All clear? Speak up bus. कोई डाउट नहीं है? सब क्लियर है? So shall I close? No response. It means you have doubt. You can ask me. Speak up बच्चा. Yes, खुशी, हनी, लावण्या, प्रीशा, सुखमनी, स्मायरा, बोलो बच्चा. I need your response. Either you want to ask something, you can ask. If all clear, then I'll close the class. Okay? Okay, done. Good day.